We asked each of you to let your life speak, and you did. A philosophy major from Orange County offered a memorable introduction. Right now, he said, I'm a tree-hugging, chaotic agnostic who believes in aliens. But who knows how long that will last. Sometimes a few words illuminated your personal vibe. Quote, I am a 6'6" ceramicist and the bench warmer for varsity basketball. As a gay ginger, I am insanely sassy. I am a fusion and a paradox, a descendant of slaves, samurai, and Holocaust survivors. I am a poet in a lab coat. My name is Tanner. I am a Cherokee. My family is the Bird Clan. You celebrated your many talents. Quote, I am a ferocious, fearless, and phenomenal skinny dipper. Good to know. As well as your heritage, I am the progeny of reggae songs and African-American soul food. A California engineer side, as a tall, avid theater fanatic with a low singing voice at an all-girls school, I've been cast as a boy in most of my school's productions. While a newspaper editor proclaimed, I am a logophile and a verbivore who collects words the way I used to collect Halloween candy. I like to say it's cool to be smart, and your emerging interests in topics as diverse as hermaphroditic snails, the Napoleonic Wars, big band swing music, pneumatic cannons, sustainable urban agriculture, yogurt, Norwegian libertarianism, and bee colony collapse disorder back up that idea. The We Can Change the World finalists created a cell that uses mud-borne bacteria to capture energy, while others have patents pending for inventions as different as lip gloss and a gear that provides enhanced traction for four-wheel drive vehicles in mud and sand. An anthropologist from Seoul translates Korean folktales and posts them online to address the homesickness among her peers studying overseas. While an astronomy buff from Austin told us, I talked so much about special relativity and the Large Hadron Collider that I cleared an entire table of teenage boys. We asked you to describe the environment in which you were raised, and as usual, you celebrated places as different as deep East Texas, a converted barn in suburban Connecticut, a grocery store in the Bronx, and refugee camps in Rwanda and Afghanistan. You hail from Eastleigh, South Carolina, and Stillwater, Minnesota, from Moscow, Russia, and Moscow, Idaho, from Falls Church, Virginia, and Temple City, Maryland. You represent 46 American states, including 4 from Alaska, the first to enroll at Tufts since 2006, DC, Puerto Rico, and 37 nations. And 32 of you are citizens of the People's Republic of China, the largest contingent from any country outside the US. Montana's Volunteer of the Year for the Obama campaign grew up in a drafty 1890s house in Bozeman, while a blogger who highlights Hanoi's best street vendors was raised by her grandparents in the heart of the city's old quarter. You chronicled life in Westchester County's suburban bubble, on a commune in Vermont, quote, where we poop in holes and we're proud of it. We do have bathrooms here. And in a 500 square foot apartment where a family of 5 rotated between 2 beds and the floor each night. A school mascot reported, I come from a neighborhood where it's a feat just to finish high school, while the cross-country captain from Ladysmith, Wisconsin announced, my life can point out the differences between an Ayrshire and a Swiss cow. 141 of you are first-generation college-bound, while on the other side of the spectrum, 13 are the children of Tufts faculty and 93 are the sons and daughters of Tufts alumni. That includes the 4th-generation jumbo whose father proposed to his mother on the roof of Tisch Library, and the double legacy from New Jersey who carried, quote, a tattered little jumbo on her backpack since 3rd grade. Subconsciously, she confided, it's always been Tufts. Say hello to the street performer from Tokyo and a child actor in the Royal Tenenbaums, the rapping nanochemist from Philly, and the Linux fanboy from Brockton, Mass. The new class features a gardener from Bangkok who develops pepper seed cultivars in search of, quote, the hottest pad krapau guy the world has ever seen, and a quarterback named to ESPN's Players to Watch list. We salute Bulgaria's national youth champion in tennis, the Grammy nominee for Best New Artist of 2010, New Mexico's We the People state champion, 58 National Merit Scholars, and 2008's most philosophical 8th grader in America. That's the one I don't understand. A top-ranked nanny from Cameroon and 72 other high school valedictorians arrived today. So does a sponsored surfer from Hawaii, a beekeeper from Oregon, a flamenco dancer from Quito, a hipster columnist from DC, and the Nigerian Dr. Phil, who's reported to be an excellent listener. Also making their jumbo debuts are a baker, a model, a glass blower, and an agility dog trainer. Look for the poet laureate and timpanist from New Jersey with an affinity for red Chuck Taylors, I think she's over there. The organic hippie from Calgary, and the Mohawk 6'4", 270-pound offensive lineman from Harlem. I mean, where's the Mohawk? And let's not forget the student voted never wrong by his classmates at Alaska's Sitka High School, the most likely to capture the moment winner from Long Island's Herrick Senior High School, and Westboro High's superlative runner-up for most likely to be carded until he's 35. The unlikely historical duo of P.T. Barnum and Paul Revere would surely appreciate the enrollment of our unicyclist from Lexington and the circus juggler from Concord. And let's not overlook the puppeteer from Jersey, the mime from Maine, or the pyrotechnic graphic artist whose family has designed fireworks displays for 5 generations. I hear she's a sparkler. I spend all winter reading these things. The admission committee was impressed by the cool under pressure aura of the combat engineer with the Singaporean Air Force's explosive ordnance and disposal unit, as well as the daredevil vibe of the extreme cowboy from LA. He's a dude. We were intrigued by the New Yorker who performs with a Finnish cello metal band. And I cannot even imagine what that noise sounds like. The mechanical engineer who compared the bearing load of a Gothic buttress to the arch of her Jimmy Choo stilettos, and the child development major who studies The Wizard of Oz for references to the farmers' populist movement. And then there's the drama music major who wrote and recorded an a cappella rendition of Green Eggs and Ham that has over 60,000 views on YouTube. He's currently writing a musical about cows called The Musical. Thailand's Usajima Vitayaanuyakoon, I hope, owns the longest name in the class with 25 letters, but I hear she goes by Pang, while Connecticut's Ki Yan has the shortest name. 22 men sport a suffix, with Rolf V and Pierre VI boasting the most enduring generational longevity. Alex and Sarah are the most popular names among you, while Shamara wins most original this year because any name that begins with X is cool. In addition to the obvious info, your application sometimes revealed unusual tidbits. Quote, I have a hyper sense of smell and a gag reflex more active than Vesuvius. And you thought we just cared about your SAT scores. Quote, sometimes I hop on one foot as I attempt to put on clothes and read at the same time because the story is simply too good to be left untold. A Long Islander gets, quote, a special bliss when Marvin Gaye sings Let's Get It On because it defines the category of sensual jam. Good to know. And not one but 2 of you inexplicably confided a journalistic crush on NPR's Ira Glass. And props to the gal from Annapolis who offered this cheeky explanation about why she skipped the optional essay on the Tufts supplement. Quote, oh, those poor admission officers who read essay after essay from November to March. Oh, the pain, the agony they lived through. I just couldn't add to their misery. As I told you, it was optional. We wondered why Tufts, the student council president from Natick called Tufts the perfect fusion of doers and dreamers, while a pre-med from New Bedford, Mass. Observed, it's a place where comedy meets intellectual inquisitiveness, where hungry minds meet hungrier engineers. But perhaps my favorite response came from the Connecticut gal who said, Tufts has everything a girl could ever dream of having. Brains, beauty, brawn, and Boston. On behalf of my colleagues in undergraduate admissions, welcome to Tufts. Enjoy the ride.